Hey, we're going to be talking about magnet schools. Magnet schools are part of the public school system, and they operate under the same administration and same school board that traditional public schools do. However, unlike public schools, they pull their students from any zone rather than normal traditional public schools, which pull their students from the zone they're assigned. In addition to that, magnet schools often have a special curriculum that they focus on, like STEM, the arts, or IB program, as well as their own unique form of instruction. Magnet schools also often have selective admissions criteria, meaning that they can select their students based on GPA or factors that are similar to that. But what really separates magnet schools from most other public schools is that they're schools of choice, meaning that they pull students who are interested in whatever that school's specific focus is, rather than pulling students that are just in that area. Another important distinction between magnet schools and traditional public schools is that they receive more funding than the traditional public schools.
So for how has the policy affected marginalized groups, they have created better opportunities for lower income schools as a whole to receive more funding, which is more fun, but also increases opportunities within the school for sports and other extracurricular activities, and increases opportunities for increased achievement in testing and academics as a whole. It brings higher income students to the school, students who are more involved and leaders in the society, which attracts better teachers. It also increases competition within schools, which increases school spirit and involvement, and encourages students to participate in extracurricular activities and sports and become more involved, which has been proven to increase academic achievement. The danger to marginalized groups in a magnet school, or in a school that has a magnet school in it, is the illusion of increased achievement within the school, which means that the school has higher test scores as a whole, but because they're busing in students with higher achievement, the students who were originally at the school aren't actually achieving higher. This can also create division within the school between groups of students who are involved in the magnet program and students who aren't.
Magnet schools can also have beneficial and negative effects on diverse populations. One way that magnet schools may be able to help a diverse group is by helping to prevent suburban segregation. For example, while traditional public schools are only able to pull from students within their zone, meaning that their zone could possibly be predominantly white or predominantly black, creating that segregation, a magnet school is able to pull students from both. And that also helps to ensure that the minority students are receiving that same level of education as the white majority. That also helps to, that actually also hurts the diverse groups because of selective admissions policy that some magnet schools have, meaning that those more diverse schools are losing their best and brightest students to the magnet schools, which hurts the traditional public schools.
So recommendations for policy in magnet schools is don't completely separate the magnet kids from the zoned kids, or the kids that are originally at the school, meaning that teachers who are there for the magnet program and students that are there for the magnet program should be integrated into the school's culture and society as a whole, and shouldn't be just the magnet school, because that can create tension within students and teachers. Also, encouraging kids from the magnet program and from the original school pool can increase diversity within the school and increase relationships between those students.